Welcome to episode 11 of YouTube Millionaire. If you haven't seen any of the previous episodes yet, I highly recommend you watch at least episode 1 before watching this episode so you can understand what this series is all about. Anyway, first up we have Astral Phaser, which got 4 new weekly chat videos and 2 new Gaming Through the Ages videos. There were 2 challenges this month during the chats. The first was the Animal Challenge, in which the contestants were shown an animal from the US, UK and Australia and had to guess which animals were in the pictures. So the first one is going to be a North American animal. So if you're in North America, this might be an easy one for you. Who's going to get it? Ooh. Beaver, you got it! Okay, Super Dog Go got it.
No, that was quick.
The next one is an animal that you often find in the United Kingdom, but it can also be found around Europe as well.
Oh, yes. Is it a...
Oh, someone said chipmunk. Red squirrel! Okay, Dan Seb got it. Dan Seb is our winner. Okay, now the last one.
Really hard.
This is going to be the hard one now. This is an Australian animal. It's not a kangaroo. It's not a wombat. Not a koala or a rabbit. It's not a wallaby. It's not an Aussie thing. Damn. So nobody else here has got it. I'm going to give you another clue. You're going to find them around a city in Australia called Perth. So they are often near Perth. They're not...
Oh, yeah, that's where my cousin lives.
Saying it's Victor Tran.
It's not Victor Tran, I'm sorry. It starts with a Q. That is the first letter.
What?
Whoa.
It's not Q-Bird. Q-U-O. It's not a quarrel or a quarry. Oh my gosh, this is
Quarrel.
This is a tough one. Okay, here we go. Another one. There's only 2 letters. Ah, Quaker, you did it. The N-I-B-N guy did it. Oh, Quokka. Quokka, that's it. Sorry, I said it in the American accent, but it's Quokka if you're an Australian. That's the way you say it. The next challenge occurred during the Patreon chat, and Patreons had to guess what games were shown in the pictures. Okay, so a 1980s game. Do you guys know what...
Dig Dug.
Dig Dug, fantastic. Well, Squiggle actually typed it first, so Squiggle there is the winner. Neville was great at this, however, once he won the 80s games challenge, he wasn't really allowed to guess the next games. The 1990s game, PlayStation 1 game.
I actually have one.
No.
It's right next to me. My childhood, no!
Squiggle's going nuts, he knows this game. I played
really
both.
sure.
So you guys don't know? Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know their classics, jeez.
I'll start off with the first word. Abe's Odyssey.
I was about to type that too.
Yeah, well, nice try, guys. But the first guy here was Inky Dinkus, or Inkus Dinkus, as he says. Now there is one more game coming up, somewhere between 2000 and 2010. Guess that one.
Oh my god, no!
Oh my gosh, V's like, I know this one.
I've seen this. I'm trying to think of it.
You're trying to say, yeah, this is a real crisis.
Oh my god.
I wonder how you guys are going to guess this.
I've seen this before. My dad's played it.
What a crisis this one is. Well,
I'm trying to think of it.
Do you know what? It's kind of a tie here between Rain and Superman, because Rain said Crisis, but Superman said Crisis 1, and it is Crisis 1. So...
I say we give it to Superman since he actually provided the number.
I'm going to do a tie there. It'll be a 3-way tie. V, Superman and Rain. There was also a debate about Australia versus US as we tried to determine which was the best country to live in, but overall it seemed like most people voted for the US. We also had a Mac vs Windows vs Linux debate, as well as a discussion about bad experiences with Lenovo.
Lenovo is a bad company. Every hard drive they make does not work. The first one broke within like 20 minutes. Some of the mouse drivers failed and then the computer died. It worked for a couple weeks, but then like the computer just kept BSODing and then it would just show a recovery screen. I had to reset my computer like 5 times. It just wouldn't work. And I just put it in and retried and then it kept failing. And I just got sick of it and called Lenovo and they said that they couldn't help me. We just had to buy a whole other computer because they wouldn't help me.
In Gaming Through the Ages this month, I played Family Feud from 1987 for DOS, which had me, or should I say Jason, attempting to guess the most common answers people give in surveys. Name a part of a fish. The first thing that comes to my mind is gills. Gills or fins? I'm gonna say fins. Yes! 66 people say fins. Oh, so now my family is here. The mama. Gills. Yes! I like how it's brother, and they're all looking at the brother now. Who's next? Having trouble here. What are we gonna do? Okay. Boy. Wait, what? Boy? So we've got the mum, the dad, the brother, the sister, and then the boy. The random boy. Like, is he a part of the family? Is he the little brother? What is this boy that is just coming to my family and I don't even... They're all looking at him thinking, what is this boy sitting here just with a smile on his face with black possessed eyes? 12 is the top answer. That boy is clever. The boy with the black demon eyes, he knows all. Although we've all got black demon eyes. He's possessed the whole family. A Scandinavian country. I don't know. I was dominating until now. Sweden. Maybe Sweden? What? I just said a random I did not know. I just said random country and it just happened to be. I also played Virus for DOS, which had me trying to fly around a landscape while destroying aliens. You can't see very far in front or behind you. My gosh, are they like, is this like Virus? They're making all the trees and stuff pink. My gosh, oh, and it's turning red and stuff. There wasn't red before. Wait a sec, I can see where they're already destroying the environment over there. Destroying the environment. Sounds like a bit of a game for hippies. The controls here were quite challenging. In fact, the game as a whole was very challenging. Let's see. Game over. All crud. Crud, I miss it. No, you are not getting me with another miss. I'm just not a cabbage anymore. That's the thing about this, it's so hard to control. Game over again. Oopsie. No, it's back there. Okay, I get it. When you're under stress, those controls are so stressful. Aliens, so they're... How does a man-made thing even move like that? Literally fly up, flip upside down and shoot itself to the ground. My gosh, I'm just... Well, now I'm just dead. On the OSFirstTimer channel, I made only 2 new videos, mainly due to Jasmine being on school holidays. In the first video, Diana tried out Calibri OS, which was a tiny OS independent from Windows, Linux and Mac, yet filled with tons of games. Oh, there you go, you got rid of one little one there. That's it, it's gone grey, so that was the only one there. Oh, you've only got 3 left.
He's bad.
You've got 2 left.
Looks like a little Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
But he's eating grass instead of...
Just something about this does not seem very exciting. How about you choose another one? Because this...
Well, if you're a garden enthusiast, it may be quite exciting.
Why wouldn't you just do your own garden?
I did it!
You finished it! Congratulations! Following that video, Diana attempted to make her own game in Scratch.
So let's duplicate it again.
Yeah. How are you finding this so far?
I can do it. Yay!
See, it's not fantastic. It's a bit like...
It is fantastic. I think it's great.
So you've got...
I did it.
You've got your basketball going.
Yes.
Okay,
and
now
I'm avoiding the baseball. So guess what? I won the game.
No, but the baseball now needs to be moving.
Point in a direction, okay? So point in a direction, then it's going to move another 10.
It just wants to smash itself against that side of the screen and then move upwards.
Well, that's good because that means you avoid that side of the screen and you'll always win the game.
You don't need it to point in that direction. Now, based on getting rid of point in that direction, this is what it's now doing.
Well, it looks like one of those, you know, at night when you have those moth things that go round and round,
like
our light, that's what it reminds me of. You just got to avoid the moth.
Next up, How to Quickly, which also got only 2 new videos this month. The first video showed you how to get the Windows XP Space Cadet 3D pinball game on Windows 10, while the second video taught viewers how to make Windows 10 automatically log into your account upon booting. Type in netplwiz and press enter. A new user accounts window will pop up. Untick the users must enter a username and password to use this computer box, and then click apply. The name of the user account logged in will already be filled out, so just type in your password twice in the bottom 2 boxes, then press enter to confirm your choice, and finally click OK. OSFT Historic VLogs got 3 new videos. The first video featured Jasmine and I attempting to complete the Sydney Northern Beaches walking challenge, where we had to start off at Manly Beach and attempt to walk 16 beaches north to Palm Beach. Now we've got to go down a bunch of stairs, but look, there it is. Yeah, Freshwater Beach is just ahead. I also made a video showing off how Diana's new computer died on day 1, as well as another video where Ben did a very strange unboxing of his new Nikon D3400. I think it's some kind of a camera.
Yeah, I've been waiting to unbox this for quite a long time. Finally, the day's come. Nikon D3400, packing slip details. First, I'm gonna get all the stuff out. The Nikon strap.
What makes a Nikon strap different from other straps?
It's got Nikon written on it. This is the camera. wrapped in scientifically designed plastic, and it's quite lightweight.
Come on, some tech specs. They want to know how many megapixels is it, what's the aperture and lens and zoom.
I used to know all those details, but I've forgotten. It's got lots and lots of features.
Who wears a scarf indoors?
I do. They try and make sure that you can't actually get the instructions out of the package.
Why do you change your accent straight away to a UK accent?
Here's the strap. Look how nice it looks, see? Smells new.
Who smells big long straps when they unbox them?
Everybody does. It's a national competition who can smell the straps the longest. See, this one here, you can get very, very sleepy within about 5 minutes of sniffing that Nikon little label there. It's much safer
Yeah, but you're
to
promoting.
sniff this than sniff some bad thing out in the environment out there. Man-made bad
This is
thing.
man-made.
No, but this is a nice man-made thing.
A good man-made
A
thing.
good man-made, not bad man-made.
Can I just ask where you got the idea of sniffing camera straps?
It's been going on for centuries. Oh, look at this.
So how old are you then?
About 3,000 years old.
Moving on to ShiftOS now, things have been a little bit rocky. Towards the beginning of the month, there was a discussion in the ShiftOS community about the possibility of potentially moving on to a smaller, unrelated game, as a few members felt like ShiftOS was simply a game of OS dress-up, which lacked proper goals beyond upgrading and customizing a simulated operating system. Instead of switching to a new game, however, Michael decided that ShiftOS simply needed a new direction. Keep what we have, but focus more on hacking, and make hacking one of the main elements in the game, as opposed to skinning and customization. Michael has posted a few videos documenting the move away from WinForms as he is slowly porting ShiftOS to monogame.
We now have our desktop, and I have my The Hell skin applied because Victor Tran is awesome. The Hell is awesome.
The most viewed video this month was Michael's video documenting a breach to the ShiftOS website by a hacking group that call themselves Shift Syndicate.
This is actually a ransom screen that was stuck over top of the ShiftOS website. As far as we know, their reasoning is they think that ShiftOS is dying, being abandoned by me, and thus they want me to step down. I may have said that we are doing some different things with the game, but we are not abandoning the game.
It's such a shame that this kind of controversy is getting more views than actual game development videos. Plus, Michael and the community are just trying to create a unique game different from the rest out there. So if you are a part of the Shift Syndicate group, please leave the ShiftOS community alone so that they can get back to focusing on making the game that they want to make. Now onto Time Hack, which is coming along very nicely. This is by far the best Histocom revival project I've ever seen. Anyway, 2 new videos were made this month. The first was a time-lapse that showed off the coding behind the Windows Explorer, while the second video, made by Lempamo, showed off all the new features of Time Hack. As this was scripted, a lot more was covered in a more professional and efficient manner. Here are some snippets from the latest video.
We have a brand new main menu that looks much better than the Histocom style menu of the past. Second, we have 95 plus themes. Simply right click on the Windows 95 desktop in Time Hack and choose properties. We currently only have 2 themes, Dangerous Creatures and Inside Your Computer. Select a theme, then click OK or Apply, and voila, the theme is set. Next up, we have a brand new Survive the Day. In this minigame, you have to survive from 4 AM until midnight, while anything and everything can go wrong. The original Survive the Day looked like this. I decided to remake Survive the Day with a new look and feel. As you can see here, Survive the Day now has a simple and minimalistic interface. This game will be put into Windows 2000 once it is finished. Moving on, we now have a working MS-DOS prompt courtesy of fellow Time Hack developer Jason. You can run the commands that you would expect from DOS and they will work just fine. Now let's move on to the calculator. It was recreated by Justin Shai, and I helped to make it look a bit more authentic. This calculator does everything you would expect it to do, so let's move on. Next, we have the brand new Internet Explorer 4. I designed it based off of snapshots of actual websites, and Jason helped make the Google pages. Over here, we have the new installer for Windows 95. I took some screenshots of various installer programs, and I made the one in Time Hack look very similar to those. But since it works the same, let's move on to the FTP client. The main tool of Histocom is finally in Time Hack. It works the same. You activate it, 12 Atoms hacks your PC in an attempt to stop you, and the hidden hacker gets rid of him, and you're off to 1999. The time to store doesn't take you to 1999 now, but we are working on fixing that. And I think that's just about everything we have to show right now. Please make sure to subscribe so you can see more dev updates in the future, and I will see you next time.
Next up, we have YouTube Millionaire, which is still getting views and everything, but it seems like popularity has been dropping off a little since episode 7, as the last few episodes haven't even been reaching 2,000 views. Terrified Mum got 9 new videos this month due to many Patreons requesting videos for Diana to watch on Mum Watches. Most videos are getting views between 1 to 2,000, however 2 videos so far have been marked as eligible for monetization due to including copyrighted content. Diana reacted to videos such as Don't Hug Me I'm Scared 2 and A Killer Clown Prank, however most videos this month were OSFirstTimer YouTube poops.
Oh yes, hello. Are you the gentleman that I was just speaking to a moment ago? And just as you said that,
No.
Hello? Hello?
What the heck just happened?
Yeah, exactly.
Get ready to look at your hand when it ends. Quick look away, look at your hand.
Oh! So my hand's opening up.
As for the next channel, nothing happened and I'm starting to wonder if anything ever will. Let's Explore doesn't exactly seem to be thriving, but it's still alive with 3 new videos. Itzdekia did 2 videos in which he explored Phillip Island on a bike. This was an interesting idea, but unfortunately his setup was a little shaky and the wind made him inaudible at certain points.
The beach is looking a bit weird today because it's winter and it doesn't look like it's actually going to look raining.
This kind of a setup is possible though if you have the right equipment, as you can see from this video on LostGoat325's channel, who commentated on what he was seeing as he rode a motorbike around in Tasmania.
Thinking I might head out towards Bridgewater. If you're not a local, then you won't know that Bridgewater is worse than Glenorchy. It's a lot smaller than Glenorchy, therefore all the douchebaggery is very condensed into one small area.
The Let's Explore channel is currently rotating its uploaders, and after Itzdekia uploaded his videos, Jake from Let's Explore Slovakia started uploading his video, showing off both the natural bushy area of Slovakia as well as an area with a ton of flats, all huddled tightly together.
5 to 6 floor types, which are stacked on these shopping strips.
The rest of the channels are still discontinued, and due to a new direction I have planned in a few months, it's likely that some of the channels in the other sections will also be moved to the discontinued section. Anyway, it's now time to check out how many new subscribers, views and cash my channel's got this month. Astral Phaser has worse stats than last time all around this month. OSFirstTimer also experienced growth, but once again, less than last month. Although with only 2 new videos, that's understandable. How to Quickly got slightly more views than last month, and in a few months from now, I'm going to be working on it a lot more than I have been recently. OSFT VLogs got more subs and views than last month. ShiftOS is still growing despite the rocky month. Hopefully the new direction of the project brings new fans to ShiftOS. Time Hack has had its subs more than tripled and its views doubled this month, thanks to the advertisement on YouTube Millionaire last month. I believe this channel and game will continue to get fans, especially with the improved dev update video style recently introduced. YouTube Millionaire got slightly more views than last month, but it seems that new subs to this channel are becoming rare. Terrified Mum had improved stats all around the board this month. It seems that Diana Watches is quite popular, although potential copyright issues may break this trend. What the Heck Just Happened is on the verge of being discontinued. Let's Explore reached the 10,000 views milestone, which means monetization for this channel is now enabled again. As for the discontinued channels, they didn't even make $2. Here are the Patreons that appear on AstralPhaser videos, and here are the ones that appear on OSFirstTimer videos. Unfortunately, Patreon profits are down this month due to declined credit cards and payments marked as fraud. Okay, it's time for the Patreon Hall of Fame, and just before we continue, a modification needs to be made. Unfortunately, GB Venom's bank didn't trust Patreon, so his transaction was rejected. Thus, the spot in the Hall of Fame for last month and this month goes to Placebo, who is currently dominating the Hall of Fame. This month, there weren't any new donations, however GB Venom will need to be removed because of his naughty bank, and and placebo gets his overflow added. Anyway, in total for the month, I've earned $568.72, which is a lot lower than last month, mainly due to Patreon issues. Anyway, that's enough to buy this Samsung, read the numbers yourself, 28-inch 4K monitor with decent frame rates and a high response time. This monitor has great picture and is certainly a good bargain. What? Are you waiting for me to say something bad about this monitor simply because this is YouTube Millionaire and I usually turn each purchase into a joke? Well, not this time. I've got nothing bad to say about this monitor. Well, except for the fact that at 28 inches, you're likely going to have to use scaling to increase the size of items and text on the screen. 32-inch 4K monitors are good without scaling, but 28 inch is kind of pushing it. Then when you start scaling, some of the programs that don't support scaling just turn out awful and blurry with tiny user controls, while others are okay, and then there's a screen inconsistency and mismatching, and not to mention that scaling is a complete waste of space that practically counteracts the whole point of getting a high-res monitor. Yeah, let's move on. Anyway, I'm obviously getting a bit behind on the Patreon requests, so for this reason, I'm going to place Patreon on pause for the next month. This means that Patreons will be charged for July on the 1st or 2nd of August, however they won't be charged for the months following that until I've caught up on all their requests. This also means that there will only be one weekly chat video next month. Anyway, it's time to move on to the Tower Tech Challenge. This challenge is ideally suited to students with an interest in engineering, physics or math. The goal is to design and build a 3-part freestanding tower, maximising its slenderness and load capacity while minimising its total mass. Nah, just kidding, that's the wrong Tower Tech Challenge. For those who don't remember, the Victor Tran Challenge ended last month and was converted into the Tower Tech Challenge, as Tower Tech Tutorials, now known as Total Tower Tech, won the Victor Tran Challenge. This month, the Tower Tech Challenge was on Rain's channel, and the person who commented on the most of his videos before Total Tower Tech was quite a lot of people. So Rain released a final tie-breaking video in which the first person to comment would be the winner. Total Tower Tech commented first, so technically everyone lost, but since Inky Dink commented second, he is the winner. Be sure to go subscribe to his channel and check out his videos that focus on both gaming and technology. It also happens to be his birthday today on August 1st, so make sure you guys wish him a happy birthday. He said he plans to do another scam baiting video too, so don't miss it and remember to comment for your chance to win the next Tower Tech Challenge. Oh, one last thing. Remember months ago on the Clickbait channel when I said YouTube should make it so that when you mouse over videos it shows a quick preview of part of the video? Well, fast forward to today and it looks like YouTube has done exactly that. I'm starting to wonder if YouTube employees are actually watching these YouTube Millionaire episodes now. Anyway, this episode of YouTube Millionaire has now come to an end. In around 2 months from now, the format and direction of my channels and this YouTube Millionaire series will change quite a bit. Be sure to stick around to find out what changes I have planned in my future strategy. See you next time on YouTube Millionaire.